Good morning, everyone. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 16th of June. Cautious Fed lowers rate path projections. The FOMC remained on hold yesterday by a unanimous vote and sent some dovish signals regarding its policy approach moving forward. Even though the committee kept its rate path projections for 2016 intact, still signaling 2 rate hikes this year, officials revised the median dots for 2017 lower to indicate 3 hikes instead of 4. Interestingly, one of the committee members signaled that he or she no longer expects the Fed funds rate to rise over the next years. What's more, in her press conference, Chair Yellen stated that a potential Brexit could have adverse effects on global markets and thereby the US outlook, something that could delay even further the Fed's pace of normalization. The Fed chief also said that a rate increase in July is not impossible, but hinted that the Fed would need to see evidence that the recent setback in the data was only temporary before risking another move. In our view, this confirms that July may be too soon for the committee to act, given that it will only have access to a few data points in the meantime. Therefore, we will maintain the view that September may be the ideal time for the FOMC to act next, assuming that incoming data support a near-term action and that the UK votes to stay in the EU. We have to stress, though, that following these cautious signals from the committee, the risks for a later hike have risen notably. Considering that November may be marked by heightened uncertainty due to the US presidential election, December is, in our view, the next realistic candidate for a rate move should rates not be raised in September. Today, during the Asian morning, the Bank of Japan kept its monetary policy stance unchanged as well, ahead of risk events such as the Japanese upper house elections and the UK referendum. The meeting statement was little changed from April, but acknowledged that inflation is likely to remain negative or near zero in the near term, something not mentioned previously. Nevertheless, the yen surged against its major counterparts, perhaps due to the officials' assessment that Japan's economy continues to recover moderately. We expect the yen to remain resilient or even strengthen further in the near term, at least until the outcome of the Brexit referendum is known. What is more, the bank kept the door open for further easing, and thus we will continue to monitor incoming data in order to determine how likely additional easing is at the coming meetings. If the indicators remain soft and the yen strengthens further, we believe that the bank could act as early as July. As for today, during the European Day, the final Bank of England policy meeting prior to the Brexit referendum is likely to take center stage. The bank is widely expected to remain on hold at this gathering, so the focus may be on the votes and the minutes of the meeting. However, we maintain the view that the biggest market mover for sterling is likely to remain fresh referendum polls heading into the ballots. The Swiss National Bank will gather to decide on interest rates as well, and the forecast is for the bank to stand pat. However, given that the economic calendar is still heavy with risk events and that CHF tends to strengthen in such circumstances, we hold the view that bank officials are possible to act even outside scheduled policy meetings. In such an event, we believe that direct FX intervention may be preferred to further rate cuts, bearing in mind that bank has limited capacity for additional rate reductions. As for the economic indicators, we get the UK retail sales for May. Eurozone's final CPI for May is expected to confirm the preliminary estimate. In the US, the headline CPI rate for May is forecast to have remained unchanged, while the core inflation is expected to have accelerated somewhat. This could support the dollar slightly at the release. We have 2 speakers scheduled for today: ECB Executive Board member Yves Mersch and SNB Chairman Thomas Jordan, who will hold a press conference following the bank's rate decision. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Charalambos Pissouros, Senior Analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.